New Year's Eve. Brandon, my boyfriend of 3 years, brought me home to meet his parents. At dinner, he slipped something into my wine. Skylar, these guys are gonna cut off my hands if I don't pay up. I had no choice. I had to give you to him. Don't blame me. Blame your bad luck. You look just like the woman he's obsessed with. It's a win-win. I clear my debt. You get a rich life. Drugged and barely conscious. His family drove me to a gate. I knew all too well my Uncle Victor Thorne's place. Victor had always spoiled Mom and me rotten. The year my dad hit her, Victor had him shipped off to some godforsaken mine in Africa before the sun went down. I couldn't even imagine what Brandon was about to get himself into. The drugs hadn't worn off yet. I was slumped in the back seat, couldn't move a muscle. Brandon, Frank, and Carol Miller were talking, but it all sounded like muffled noise to me. Brandon and I had been together since college. We were solid, never had any real drama. Right before the holidays, he looked me in the eyes, all sincere-like. Said he wanted me to meet his parents. Talked about getting married. I figured I needed to make a good impression, so I went all out. New cashmere coat, hair done up nice. 2 bottles of fancy wine and a bunch of gift boxes. But after half a glass of water, Carol handed me, everything started going blurry. Skylar, don't blame me, Brandon said, putting on this fake sad face. I was totally backed into a corner. No way out. $5 million. How am I supposed to pay that? They'll seriously chop off my hands. I wanted to cuss him out, but my tongue wouldn't work. All that came out were weird choking sounds. Hey, it's not that bad. He kept rambling. Mister Thorne's place isn't some hellhole. He just has a thing for girls who look like you. You'll be living the good life with him. Isn't that better than being stuck with me? I'm doing us both a favor here. Win-win, you know? Win-win? Win-win, my ass. The car tore through the dark. Everything outside was a blur. I tried to focus, tried to figure out where we were headed. Then the car slowed down and pulled up to this huge iron gate with fancy designs all over it. This place, this gate, this estate. My heart jumped. It was like someone dumped ice water on my foggy brain. No way. It couldn't be. Brandon and his mom dragged me out of the car, one on each side, hauling me across the front lawn. My coat was all messed up and torn. Lost my heels somewhere along the way. 2 guys in suits stood by the door, watching us with stone-cold faces. Excuse me, could you let Mr. Thorne know we're here? We couldn't come up with the money, so we found another way to settle things. Frank Miller was practically bowing, sucking up to these guys hard. We brought Mr. Thorne a New Year's gift. He's gonna love it. One of them shined a flashlight in my face, made me squint. Her? His voice was flat. Yes, my son's girlfriend. Carol jumped in, yanking my face up. See? Doesn't she look exactly like the woman Mr. Thorne honors every year? We did our homework, and she's a dancer. Very elegant. She'll take good care of him. I wanted to puke. The guy paused for a few seconds, then waved to someone nearby. Go tell him. He looked back at us. Can't promise anything, just come in and wait. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Brandon kept nodding and bowing like crazy as he dragged me toward the main house. By the time they got me to the first floor sitting room, my legs gave out. I hit the cold floor hard. Mr. Thorne's with a guest. Wait here, the guy said, then left. Soon as the door shut, Brandon crouched in front of me, looking all anxious and scheming at the same time. Skylar, help me out here. Just this once. He grabbed my shoulders and shook me. When Mr. Thorne shows up, just tell him you came on your own. Please. I won't judge you. I swear. I'll treat you right after this. I just stared at him, couldn't make a sound. Don't you dare give me the silent treatment. Carol got in my face too, digging her nails into my arm. If our family goes down, you're going down with us. Brandon's your boyfriend, you're supposed to help him. Mom, don't scare her. Brandon pretended to scold her, then turned back to me with a softer voice. Skylar, I know you're mad, but I really don't have a choice. $5 million. They'll kill me. The drugs were finally wearing off. I could feel my arms and legs again. My tongue started working. I took a deep breath and croaked out, get lost. I won't do it. What did you just say? Brandon's face went dark instantly. He grabbed a fistful of my hair and yanked my head back. Skylar, I'd think real carefully before you say anything else. My scalp was on fire, but I gritted my teeth. I said no. This is a crime. I'm calling the cops. Smack. He slapped me so hard my vision went black. My ears were ringing. I tasted blood. Ungrateful bitch. Brandon hissed through his teeth. What do you think you are? You're just a dancer. You should be grateful you get to pay off my debt. Carol kicked me for good measure. Exactly. Who do you think you are? Acting all high and mighty? You're lucky my son picked you. Watch her face, Frank warned from the side. You mess up her face. We're all screwed. Brandon finally let go. I lay there on the cold floor, gasping. Skylar, I'm asking you one last time. He crouched down and grabbed my chin. You gonna cooperate or not? I looked him dead in the eye. Absolutely not. Fine. All right then. Brandon smirked and stood up, walking toward me. You're a dancer, right? Carrying on your mom's legacy and all that? He lifted his foot and stomped down on my calf. Ah, the pain was unreal. I screamed. If this leg breaks, how you gonna dance? He pressed down harder. I heard your mom's dying wish was to see you on an international stage. Too bad. Terror shot through me. Mom was one of the best dancers in the country, but she died from an illness right at the peak of her career. I'd trained my whole life to honor her memory. No, my voice started shaking. Don't touch my leg. Scared now? Carol sneered. Weren't you acting all tough a second ago? Brandon lifted his foot, then crouched down again. Then be a good girl when the time comes. Clear my debt, and I'll still marry you. We'll go back to how things were. I shut my eyes. Tears rolled down my face. That's more like it, Carol said, satisfied. Go clean her up. She looks like a mess. Brandon yanked me off the floor and dragged me to the bathroom. I can do it myself. I tried to pull away. Shut up. He shoved me inside. Your makeup's all messed up. You look like a ghost. He grabbed my hair and forced my face under the faucet. The cold water hit me like a shock. My makeup ran everywhere. Brandon grabbed the hand soap and smeared it right on my face. I choked and coughed. Stop. Gotta clean you up nice. Mister, Thorne's gonna wanna see that face. You really do look just like her. Damn. I only went after you because your face looks like Mr. Thorne's woman. My heart sank, so that's what it was. 3 years together. Just a setup from day one. Brandon rinsed off the soap and roughly wiped my face with a towel. Then he started tearing at my clothes. What are you doing? I screamed, covering myself. These clothes are too boring. You need something sexier. He pulled out a low-cut black dress from his bag. Put this on. No. Brandon's eyes went cold. Fine. Then I'll do it myself. He ripped open the buttons on my coat. I screamed and fought back, but he backhanded me again. Hold still! Someone rattled the bathroom door. Carol's voice came through. Brandon, hurry! Mr. Thorne's people are here! Brandon froze, then glared at me. Lucky you. He dragged me out and threw me back on the carpet. The door opened. A bunch of guys in black suits walked in. The one in front looked about 30, had a scar on his face and eyes like ice. Mr. Thorne will be here soon, the scarred guy, Jack said, glancing at me. She cleaned up? Yes, sir, all clean. Frank plastered on a smile. Jack, sir, take a look. Doesn't she look just like her? Jack stepped closer and crouched down to study my face. My heart pounded. Was this the Jax my uncle mentioned? Victor had only brought him up once, said he'd been working for him about 6 months. Ruthless guy, but didn't know much about family stuff yet. I was screwed. He had no idea who I was. Jack stared at my face for a solid 30 seconds. His expression shifted to something dark and unsettling. Damn, that's creepy how much she looks like her, he muttered. He reached out and ran his rough finger across my cheek. She's practically identical to the photos. I went stiff. Managed to squeeze out, "Are you Jax?" I'm smack. He hit me even harder than Brandon did. My head snapped sideways. Blood dripped from my mouth. Who told you my name? Jax grabbed my hair and forced me to look at him. You're just some debt payment trying to act like you know me? No, I really am. Shut up. He clamped his hand around my throat. One more word and I'll rip your tongue out. I couldn't breathe. I clawed at his hand, but it was useless. The Miller stood there frozen, too scared to move, still trying to kiss up to Jax. Jax, sir? What about Mr. Thorne? Frank asked carefully. Mr. Thorne's upstairs handling something. Sent me down to check things out first. Jax let go and stood up. But this girl doesn't seem very cooperative. He pulled out a cigarette, lit it, took a drag, then crouched down and flicked the ashes onto my face. You're lucky you look like someone Mr. Thorne cared about, but don't think that face is gonna get you anywhere. He grabbed my chin. Mr. Thorne hates people who try to use connections. Know your place. I coughed hard, tears streaming. I really am. I'm Victor's niece, please believe me. Still lying. Jax exploded and kicked me in the stomach. I curled up in agony, felt like my insides were rearranging themselves. You think I don't know if Mr. Thorne has family? Where would a niece even come from? Jax sneered. The lies you'll tell just to climb the ladder. He waved to one of his guys. Bring the liquor. Someone handed him a bottle of vodka. Jax twisted off the cap, grabbed my chin, and started pouring it down my throat. The alcohol burned all the way down. I choked and sputtered, my face turning red, booze running down my neck and soaking my clothes. Drink it. All of it. Jax's face was twisted. If Mr. Thorne comes and you puke this up, I'll throw you to the guys in our worst operations and let them all have a turn. He only stopped after half the bottle was gone. I lay on the floor, dry heaving, throat on fire, could barely make a sound anymore. Brandon looked nervous. Jax, sir, if Mr. Thorne comes and she can't talk. Better that way. Jax glanced at him. Keeps her from running her mouth. He crouched down again and grabbed my right hand. Pretty fingers. I stared at him in horror. Too bad. He smirked, then twisted hard. Crack! Ah! My scream echoed through the whole room. My index finger bent the wrong way. The pain was blinding. That's just one, Jack said casually. Misbehave again, and I'll break all 10. I was shaking from the pain, tears, and snot everywhere. Mr. Thorne is here, someone at the door announced. Jax jumped up, straightened his suit, and put on a respectful face. The Millers snapped to attention too, heads down, not daring to look around. The door opened. A tall man walked in. Black coat, cold eyes, the kind of presence that made you want to back away. My uncle, Victor. He scanned the room and frowned. What's going on here? This place is a mess. Jack stepped forward quickly. Mr. Thorne, these people came to settle a debt. Brought a woman with them. I told you, don't bring random people here. Victor's voice was ice. Clean it up. He turned to leave. No, don't go. I pushed myself up with everything I had, but my legs wouldn't work. I collapsed again, still couldn't make a sound. My uncle kept walking. Desperate, I yanked off the necklace. Mom left me the one around my neck. With my good left hand, I threw it as hard as I could at Victor's feet. The metal hit the marble floor with a sharp clink. Victor stopped. He looked down at the necklace, then up at my bruised, tear-stained face.